The studio lights were moments from flashing on when Kelly Ripa felt her breath tighten. She had hosted thousands of shows, faced unpredictable live moments, and laughed through countless bloopers, but nothing had prepared her for the envelope she held in her trembling hands. Mark had handed it to her that morning with a half-heart smile, the kind he used when pretending everything was fine. They had shared 28 years of love, laughter, chaos, raising kids, and surviving the wild world of television. But behind his eyes today, Kelly sensed something heavier, something he hadn't said aloud. She stepped into her dressing room, locking the door behind her. The world outside buzzed with producers, assistants, and warm-up crew yelling about cameras and countdowns. But inside, it was silent. She opened the envelope, and then the world blurred. Not because the words were catastrophic, the doctors were hopeful, the condition manageable, but because it shook her heart to realize that Mark, her unstoppable, always smiling, endlessly energetic partner, had kept his discomfort hidden for weeks just to avoid worrying her. The diagnosis wasn't life-threatening, but it required time, rest, and commitment to recovery, 3 things Mark never gave himself. Kelly pressed her hand to her mouth as tears slipped free. She wasn't crying out of fear, she was crying out of love, out of frustration that he had carried this weight alone, and out of the sudden understanding that even the strongest people sometimes choose silence over vulnerability. A soft knock interrupted her. It was Mark. He stepped inside quietly, closing the door with that gentle, familiar touch. "Kel, I didn't want to scare you," he said. Kelly moved into his arms instantly. "You scared me more by not telling me," she whispered into his chest. Mark held her tighter, feeling her heart beat against his shirt. "I didn't want you to worry right before work. I know how much the show stresses you already." She pulled back, her eyes red but determined. Nothing matters more to me than you. Work can wait. Fame can wait. The world can wait." He chuckled softly, brushing a tear from her cheek. "I'm going to be okay. The doctor said it's treatable. I just need to slow down." Kelly exhaled in relief, not because everything was perfect, but because now she knew the truth, and they would face it together, the way they always had. A knock echoed again. "2 minutes, Kelly," a producer called from the hallway. Kelly looked up at Mark. "Come with me. Sit backstage. I want you close." "I always am," he smiled. She kissed his forehead, then headed toward the stage. As she stepped into the bright glow of the studio lights, the audience clapped, unaware of the emotional storm she had weathered just moments before. But instead of hiding, Kelly chose honesty. Before the show officially began, she spoke from the heart, not naming specifics, not dramatizing, simply sharing the message she needed the world to hear. Life gives us moments that remind us to slow down, to take care of each other, and to hold the people we love a little closer. Today is one of those days. Backstage, Mark watched her with admiration, knowing her strength was the anchor that always pulled them through. And for the first time in weeks, he felt lighter, because now they faced the road ahead hand in hand. Together, always together.